Of course, on the seventh day, God rested, and that is the special day that He, after expelling all those dissident forces, those beings that did not recognize that they did not exist until the word of Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga made them exist. The very ungrateful, evil beings had been expelled. So Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga remained with the law, sat down with him, Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga on his throne and the law on the right hand, and taught him the rules, the laws of ruling and governing Biri, the seventh pain that Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga had created and was pleased with. So, the following day, which was the first day of the week, Wok Teach, which those pink people called Monday, Ruoth Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga at dawn, at 4 a.m. as they call it. In Africa, we don't have 4 a.m. In Africa, we have saa apar ukinyi or saa kumi asubuhi or 10 a.m. if we may call it, because that is, we don't have 4 a.m. substituting 10. We count up to 12 and we begin again. So during the day, we count from 6 a.m. from 12 a.m. That is what they call 6 a.m. until 12 p.m., which they call 6 p.m., and then we begin again. So on the seventh day of the week, he rested and gave his laws to Olo. He taught him what to do and what not to do, how to rule the earth. Piny maraberi or piny diri. And so, on the first day of the week, Wok Teach, saa apar ukinyi, saa kumi asubuhi, or 10 at 10, saa apar, that is 4 o'clock, he descended with Olo to Puoth Ler, that is Nuru, that is the Garden of Light. While at the Garden of Light, he had constructed a pyramid, and that was the house that Olo was going to use. So he brought out the female one, Ojuki, and he joined their hands and blessed them. And he told Olo that here you find your supporter, and he told Ojuki that here you find your master, your king. Glorify him and work together with him, support him in all the duties that I have assigned him. These duties ranged from naming all things that had come into existence and collecting, separating the wild from domestic animals. Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga also taught Olo food. He was the one who told Olo what to eat and not what to eat. He also knew very well that Olo was now human and living in the garden. He would be sick, and so Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga showed him all the herbs and roots to use whenever he would be sick, for which types of sicknesses, and how to use them, the doses, etc. Ruoth Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga basically taught him everything about how to live. Then Ruoth Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga instructed them that there will come a time, a special time, when Ruoth Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga would allow them to recognize themselves, that Ruoth Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga will activate their consciousness. That when Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga shall have activated their consciousness, then they will be capable of reproducing. So Ruoth Nyasaye Obongwere Nyakalaga left Olo and Ojuki, living happily in the Garden of Light, Puoth Ler or Nuru. But as Olo was away on other duties, including those of naming animals and taking care of piny diri, Obel, Lucifer, the rebellious one, the leader of the 7 fallen angels, Jochiendeka, decided to sneak into Puoth Ler from Puoth Mudho, and he found the female Ojuki alone. Because Ojuki had not gone to heaven, he did not even know how those heavenly hosts looked like. When she saw Obel, the devil, the Lucifer, she thought that she was either sent by Nyasaye Obong'were Nyakalaga or was just one of the beings that came to check on them. Then she welcomed Obel, and Obel narrated to her a whole story of how he would make them, he had been sent to make them realize their consciousness and discover their glory, and so have sex and reproduce. And because teachers like giving examples, Obel told Ojuki that he wished to show her how to do what he had been instructed to come and tell them to do. So Obel slept with Ojuki and instructed Ojuki to do the same with Olo when Olo returned. This is what the Bible does not tell you. When they copied the story, they again hid this from Jorotenge, the black people. So when Olo returned, Ojuki taught him how to have sex, and so they had sex. But that was too late for him, because the sexual intercourse that Obel had had with Ojuki had resulted in a pregnancy. And of course, when she gave birth to a white child, white like almost snow, and that resembled the heavenly beings that God did not create but only made to exist by word of his mouth. So Olo was so disappointed because he realized that he had been deceived and he had been duped. So he wasn't happy with himself. But then God, Nyasaye Obong'were Nyaka, loved him so much. So God consoled him and told him to take Ojuki as his wife and continue sleeping with, that through the same process, Olo would be given a son. And so Olo was given a son by Nyasaye Obong'were Nyakalaga, the second born, but firstborn of him. So the white child was called Wagunda. He was full of evil. His conduct and behavior was full of evil. He was reckless, disobedient, did not respect his parents, and so did not also love his brother, the black one who looked like his father, looked like Nyasaye Obong'were Nyakalaga, called Riaga. So they grew up together, and the third born was born, called Chonge or Mage, and the fourth one, a lady, a girl now, was born called Hundo or Hawi. Both these two followers were black, just like Riaga. And so when time came for Olo to give out the hand of Hundo in marriage, as he was being instructed by Nyasaye Obong'were Nyakalaga so that procreation would continue, he decided to give Hundo out to Riaga, his son who looked like him. That angered Wagunda, and Wagunda planned and killed Riaga 2 days before the wedding, of course, the marriage. We don't have wedding in Africa. And so God commanded Wagunda to leave, and he put a sign of 7 crosses with the blood of Riaga on the forehead of Wagunda, and by his word he instructed him to flee and go look for his father Obel. By that word and command from Nyasaye Obong'were Nyakalaga, Wagunda found his way and was received in Obel's kingdom in Puoth Mudho. So all these white beings, yellow beings or what, have their origin from Wagunda, who joined his father and got married to one of the devils. There were 7, 3 were male, Obel and 2 other males, and 4 females. And so the 3 male beings, heavenly beings, got married to 3 and left 1. That whom remained became Wagunda's wife, and they continued to give birth to white children like them, who were killers, who did all evils. And so, until next time, I'll tell you how the story goes. Thank you.